everyone, welcome back to What's Sewing On. Today I'm going to show you how to do this fun vintage Hollywood glam hairstyle for the holidays. Monday is usually my new sewing video, but I mentioned in my last video that I have an extra special project coming out next week, so I needed to give myself a little bit more time to get it done. So I thought it'd be fun to show you how to do this hairstyle, especially with the holidays coming up. Even though we might not be able to get together with our family, there's no reason we can't dress up. So we're gonna go back to last night and that Steph's gonna show you how to do it. So before we start, I just wanna say I am not an expert. This is just what works for my hair. My hair is very fine, but I have a lot of it. It's pretty thick, but the hair strands itself are fine. I don't know if that helps with curl. This is just my hair brushed out. It is a little damp. I washed it earlier, so it's almost completely dry, but it is still a little cool because I like to do a wet set whenever I do my foam rollers. So a few of the things that you're going to need at this stage is a brush. You'll need a comb. I use one with a pick. You'll need your foam rollers. I use the largest pink one and green. And then if I run out of green, I'll end up using a few yellow at the very base of my neck. I have a bowl of water that I dunk my foam rollers in before I use them. So I just lightly dunk it in and I squeeze it out so it's just a little bit wet, and then I roll them up. And before I roll them up, I also use this setting lotion. So this is Design Essentials Almond and Avocado Twist and Setting Spray. So I just put a little 1/2 a pump into my hand when I have a section, and I pull it through my hair like this. Then I take my foam roller, dunk it lightly in water, squeeze it out, and then I start rolling. So basically for the first one, I just take the very front section. You don't want to put too much in one foam roller because you want to make sure that your hair will dry through it. So you don't want it to be too much hair. So I just comb it forward. I put a little bit of the lotion in. And then I take my foam roller, lightly get it wet. So if you want your hair to curl forward over your forehead this way, then you would go under your foam roller. If you like the more curl behind, backwards, then you would go behind your hair. I like mine to be kind of coming forward, so I go under, but I also do a little bit of a tilt. Curl the tip, holding under the little pieces of ends that come out, and you just roll down. And I kind of tilt my head a bit so it kind of goes sideways. It's not completely squared on my forehead, and then I just snap that into place. Usually what I do as well, whenever it's as tight as I go, because you should hold the plastic part, not just the foam, because it will unroll, but I turn this as far to the back as possible, and then I snap it down in place. And that's your first one. So I keep doing the same thing. I just follow right here, go back a little bit. You can use your comb for this so you can get an accurate section of hair. I'm kind of used to doing it, so I can kind of eyeball it pretty well. Just brush it out, put a squirt on your hand, dampen it first, wrap it around, hold the tip, and then curl it slowly, not too tight, all the way down. And then again, I'm holding the foam and the plastic part, twisting the plastic part until all the way into the back, clip it down. And my arms are already sore. I have to I know my hair is too long for foam rollers, but I still really like the look of it. So even if you do have long hair like me, it can still work. There is a trick I do for the ends, which I will show you how to do that tomorrow morning. But for the most part, that's what I do, and I'm not even sure if you can see it off camera, how far I have to extend, but it's quite far. So I'm just gonna keep doing this. That's where that book is.
I love the cows and chickens, but this is alive. Whee, this is alive.
So now I just tie it all up into a scarf so it stays nice and tight to my head, and they all stay even and they don't slide around while I'm sleeping. That is it for now. So then I just go to sleep And then tomorrow I will come back and I will show you what I do when I take them out. How did they used to record in all these layers? Good morning. And we're back. I don't know what I'm gonna say. All right, day 2. I love the smell of that Design Essentials almond and avocado. It smells so nice. Okay, so basically what I do is I start from the bottom and I work my way up. I usually leave sometimes these 3 till the very end. I'll brush it out first and then do that, just to make sure that they stay curled and they give it a nice lift. The sun? I haven't seen the sun in 84 years. When you're taking them out, you want to make sure that you're unwrapping them all the same direction. It just helps with the curl. And make sure you're not pulling it. I find it helps if I hold the section at the top and then I just kind of untwist around. If they get stuck, oh, I thought this one was, it's not. If they do get stuck, the easiest way is just to pull off the base. And I just take out this whole thing and then I'll just kind of pull lightly around the sponge to get it off. And then you can just put it all right back in, minus all of the hair that is wrapped around it. So now I just run my fingers lightly through them just to kind of loosen up the curl a bit before you brush them. See, there's a little bit of a kink there. So I put on a very low setting because my hair is fine. And I don't normally straight iron my hair ever. I actually don't use any heat on my hair, rarely. I just want to try to get that line out just a little bit. So then taking your brush, I just start from the bottom and you just brush out your hair. I like to brush the ends all together. Basically the brush out, you're just trying to get all your curls to go into like one big curl. And that gives it the wave. So I try to brush all the ends in the same way. And you can just kind of use your hands to mold your curls together. So we're getting there. So this side I'm starting to get really happy with the way the curl is looking. So I think I'm gonna put the Shine Serum in now just to kind of lock everything into place. I'll give it one more brush. For the ends, I just wrap it around a finger and just lightly brush the top, making them all go into like one big curl. And I just go with whatever way they're going. If it's flipping under, I'll wrap under my hand. If it's over like this one is, I wrap over my hand and I use my fingers just to kind of put it into place. And you see it just kind of rolls up onto itself, so it doesn't really have the scraggly ends. So for this Shine Serum spray, I just put some into my hands. And then just drag it along my hair, making sure I get my ends as well. And then I'll just put these back just so it kind of dries a little bit. And then we'll work on the other side. So this one I need to fix this little area, so I'm just going to clip these in. As you see, I need more than just 3 of these. Let's work on the bangs. So for my ends, I end up just taking as much as I can, making sure that they're all connected, it's all together. And then I slide the little curl that it makes off my finger and I roll it up, spreading it out a little bit. And then I take a bobby pin which I shouldn't be putting on my mouth because I have lipstick. And then I go in through the curl, out the bottom and through the middle, and I just push it all the way through, holding that curl in place. And then that's how the ends stay nice and curled, and they don't end up looking straggly. So I'm gonna let my hair sit with these clips in for a little bit. I could keep fussing with it forever, but for the most part, this is just the hairstyle that I do. The Shine Serum makes it all stay together, and it does look super shiny. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my vintage Hollywood glam hairstyle. If you did, please give it a like and I hope you subscribe. I will see you all in my next video.